Hi guys, my name is Christina and I'm going to teach you how to use our Joker server for Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. So one thing I do want to start off is by saying that this server is for authorized users only, and anyone who's trying to use this for unauthorized users cannot use it because they have to have that secure login. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you basic commands and how to compile your first program using Joker. So let me just go to our Windscape, and in our previous video you did see how to download it and how to log in. So I already have mine logged in and set up with the left side with my local desktop and then my right side with my Joker server. So I already have a program that I made from my previous video, if you remember, from the Notepad++. So I already have it saved, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move it over here to a folder I already made called My First Program. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag that to that directory and then double click it. As you can see, it's there. So it's in my Joker server. So since we already know it's there, I'm going to go ahead and log into PuTTY. So this is just going to be our username, our login, and the server SSH IP. Okay. And quick tip, you use port 22 as the default because this is SSH. SSH stands for secure host, and pretty much secure shell host, sorry. And that's what this port is. This is the HTTP protocol for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and change the appearance a little bit just because I want to show you guys, make it bigger for you so you're not seeing like, oh whoa, I can't see anything. Yeah. So let me go ahead and click OK and then open and then see how it looks. It's really big, so I'm hoping you can see it. So just gotta wait for it to connect to the server. That's my username, and then let me sign in with my password. Okay, so it's logged in. So once you log in, there's basic commands you can use whenever basic SSH commands. So my first thing I like to do always is type ls. ls stands for the list of directories within your server. So directories are also called folders. If this is your starting out, this is the first time you're opening Joker. I have mine highlighted to where the purple color is my folders. You see how it shows purple? All these purple ones, these are folders or directories. So whenever you're having different directories or folders, I have mine purple. And you see these green ones right here? You're going to see this later on whenever you compile your program. These are called executable files. These are basically the files that come out of whenever you compile basic programs. So this is just the executable of this C program. You won't have to worry about C for a while, but you'll have to learn it eventually. Anyway, so I already have a folder called My First Program. I created it in my Windscape earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the directory into this My First Program folder or directory. So what CD does, it allows you to change the directory, aka change the folder of your server. So I'm going to just type CD and then I'm going to copy this exactly how it shows. If you don't copy it exactly how it shows, it won't go into the folder. So let me just type in My First Program and then enter. So you see how it shows the path now shows My First Program? This shows that you're inside this folder right here. So quick tip, if you type in cd ... this takes you back to the previous directory. See how you type ls? It's the same as you were before. So also another tip, whenever you're using SSH, you can also type in, if you're trying to go to another directory and you don't want to type the full thing out, If it's a unique directory, you can just type in the first letter and hit tab, and it types the whole thing in for you, and you just hit enter. So as you can see, I typed ls, and look, there's my first program. So to compile this program, within SSH, you can do basic commands. So with this one, with C++, to compile it, you're going to type G++, the name of your program. So mine's called myfirst.cpp, so I'm just going to type in m tab, and it types it in for me. And then this is very crucial. You don't have to do it, but it's very useful if you're if you have like a lot of folders and a lot of files and you want to make sure that you have it named the way you want it to be. You just do -o. -o makes you have an output file for your application. So what that means is, you know how we have the green executable files right here? That's what this -o does. It creates an output executable for your program. So whenever you run it, you're going to be running this green executable file. So -o just puts it into the file the file name of your choice. So I'm going to just call it my first program, and then I'm going to hit enter. And if there's no errors, it'll just return nothing. So I'm just going to type ls again just to show you guys. Or actually, let me clear this out for you. Clear just clears the screen, so that way there's nothing on the screen. So I just hit clear, and I'm going to type ls again. And you see how it shows green again? See how it shows that? That's what you're going to use to execute your first program. So, quick note, I am going to show you the inside of my file right here just to show you what I already have made. And I'm sure you've already seen it because of my previous video. So Nano is basically just a little text editor you can use to create files. So I already coded this in my Notepad++, and this is just a standard library for for C++. And this is my main function, and what this program's gonna do, this program's gonna show hello world to the desktop. Okay, so I'm just gonna push Control X, and that just exits the Nano. Okay, so to run this, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna type dot or period / and then you're gonna type in my first program, because that is your executable file right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and type that. I'm gonna type in my first program, and then hit enter. You see how it shows right here, hello world? My program just ran, and that's it. That was my first program that I ran. So the reason why it showed it on the same line as your login path is because whenever you're using any type of program, it's good to use a new line for each sequence, otherwise it'll put everything in the same line. And that's just because that's just how a computer reads your program. So I'm just gonna hit clear just to clear out the screen, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get back to the directory I already did, and just some basic commands. I'm just gonna show you some basic commands. So basically, if you're trying to create a new folder and you don't want to have to go all the way back to Windscape, because sometimes it's a hassle, but if you just want to do it straight from the server, all you have to do is just hit the sequence mkdir. mkdir creates a new directory for the server. So you can just call it, let's just say you want to create a folder called Hello World. See, type ls, and it's right there. So there's just different things you can do. You can move files, you can delete them, or just pretty much different things. So like, let's just say I want to delete my first program. So I go into here, go into my folder. I want to delete my first CPP. So I'm just going to type in my first.cpp. RM removes it or deletes a file. So I'm just going to hit enter and type in ls to show my directory content, and it's gone. So you can do different things. I will post a link of basic commands of SSH, and that's about it. If you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer it. Thank you.